Reece Black.
What's happening, guys? I hope you're all doing well. My name is Reece and I'm the founder of Geek. I'm here today representing Scotland, if you can't tell by my accent. And I'll be sharing my insights on the collectible industry and how we aim to revolutionise it. So Geek is a collectible brand that leverages blockchain technology to bring innovative products and unique experiences to collectors. And the collectible industry is massive. It's 500 billion to be exact. That's larger than the gaming, film and music combined. And I personally believe there's a massive overlap between collectors and collectibles and Web3 products like NFTs. I mean, almost everybody has collected something. Maybe you are a young guy and you're collecting Pokemon cards and teeny beanies, but now you're all grown up but still collecting Pokemon cards. Or maybe that's just me. Maybe you're into more vintage stuff like coins and stamps. But either way, almost everybody is a collector, and that's the reason why we want to tap into this industry. So season 1, this was our introductory product range. We licensed Web3 IP to make high quality, limited edition collectibles. They come in the form of NFTs that are redeemable for the physical product. This means we had to build a custom checkout service for our collectors where they could connect their wallet, fill in their shipping details, pay for the shipping, receive the figure and a loyalty card all in one transaction. Now, NFTs as a proof of purchase and a receipt is a unique way to distribute goods to a buyer, as it gives them instant access to trading options and it's cutting out middlemen, fees, and scams you could face traditionally. And speaking of scams, let's talk about counterfeit goods, because counterfeit goods is a real issue that plagues many industries, not just collectibles, like fashion and so on. And counterfeit goods make up over $250 million of the toy subset in the collectible market, over 30 billion of the overall collectible market, and more than 2.5% of the world's trade in totality. Like, that's crazy, bro, come on. And that's something that we think we can help solve with blockchain technology. And that's why we're working on DCOAs, digital certificates of authenticity, verifiable tokens that prove your ownership. Now, you could redeem these via scanning an NFT activation that's tied to a physical item, and through the power of Solana's token extensions, you can send that token from one wallet to another by rescanning on a new device. Now, this is great for a new owner, or if you're sending it away for sending a collectible away for grading, And this is a pretty powerful tech that could be used among different niches and verticals, such as like stock taking and logistics and so on. But now let's talk about another pillar and cornerstone of the collectible industry, which is IP and licensing. So whether that's your logo or it's your unique character or mascot, I believe that IP is your brand's strongest tool. In the early days of the NFT ecosystem, people were betting on the metaverse and digital real estate, but in the end, it was profile pictures that won. It was the ability to express yourself and connect with a like-minded community. Much like how humans wear their favourite brands with big logos or rock merchandise to their favourite franchises, these NFTs were ways for us to express ourselves and act as an online digital identity. And licensing and partnerships has proven to be a great way to get your niche Web3 brand and IP into the mainstream. Exhibit A, the main man, Luca Nets, who may or may not be making an appearance at Blockstarch Scotland this year. Shout out Colin, there's a wee plug for you, my man. And Luca has managed to get his figure range into Walmarts all across America and stores worldwide. For example, they're in Smith's in the UK. And it's really cool to see some Web3 native IP right there on the shelves with prominent household brands like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And this is what's being looked at as like the Trojan horse effect. From the outside, it looks like a nice consumer product, right? It looks like a figure. But it comes with QR codes which you could scan to unlock NFTs and digital experiences. So what seems like hundreds of thousands of figures being put into mainstream stores worldwide is actually hundreds of thousands of NFTs infiltrating the mainstream, and it's basically a portal to Web3. So that's really cool. And next to that, we have Gary V's brand VeeFriends. They have partnered or licensed with Masters of the Universe to make this cool Skeletor collectible. And what this is a good example of is one of the challenges you face when you have any brand, but more specifically a character brand. And that is trying to get people to care. Like literally the hardest thing is how to get people to give a shit. But if you partner or license with a brand that's already universally loved and has a place in people's hearts, then you're off to a head start. Next to that, we have OK Bears, who has partnered with Zara, and they're in Zara's worldwide, again on the shelves with prominent brands like Pokemon, Marvel, and so on. And lastly, we have a Bored Ape, who has recently partnered with a Bathing Ape on a cool limited edition fashion collab. And what you'll notice is toys, limited edition fashion drops. These are all parts of the collectible subset, and which I believe is the perfect demographic to approach, because I think it has a high chance of retention and actual adoption of the tech due to the overlap in nature that we spoke about before. But on the other side of the coin, we have IP infringement. And we have seen a fair few cases of IP infringement in the NFT space where brands will use copyrighted designs for traits, which will result in cease and desists. We can see here Hermes has sent a cease and desist to Meetup NFT, which resulted in them being removed from OpenSea. Similar to that, there was a Solana project called McDegens, which was like these pixelated fast food workers in McDonald's outfits, and surprise, surprise, they got a lawsuit from McDonald's and had to blur their art across all marketplaces. So this does have consequences for collectors and buyers too. And one more example, which is kind of low-key funny, is, does anybody remember when Tarantino made those NFTs from parts of the Pulp Fiction script? Well, he was actually sued by Miramax for this, which is like kind of hilarious since he is the creator of the film, but it just goes to show you could be Quentin Tarantino or a Solana project. These Web3 companies are watching, and this can affect Web3's legitimacy. So if you're building a project, it's something to take into consideration to avoid legal troubles. So we spoke about IP, licensing, infringement issues, and traits. So how do we tie all that together? Now, I think it's OLTs, officially licensed traits. So let's touch back on what we spoke about before with the official deals like your Pudgies and your VFriends. These guys are mostly licensing their IP outbound, right? So what if we flip that and we get these major franchises to come into Web3? How would that look? So we spoke about it before, IP is one of your brand's most powerful tools. Better yet, if you could customize those, because customization is expression. And Profile Pictures, they won the NFT battle for this cycle, so it makes sense that the next level is to be able to customize those, right? So this is kind of similar to the Fortnite method. I mean, Fortnite has a whole catalogue of these popular licensed traits that you can dress your character up, and people love it. Like, I still remember how much my nephew was like losing his shit when they dropped the Venom skins. Like, bro is going wild. People love it. And I believe this could be a great, authentic way to get brands into Web3. A lot of brands, companies, and franchises are really interested in or have tried to enter Web3. Some of them have struggled to navigate and find PMF for their products, so I feel like we could be onto a winner with something like this. Now, you heard me mention Solana before, and yes, all of our tech is powered by Solana, but why Solana? I mean, there's so many options for blockchains. You've got Bitcoin, you've got L1s, we've got L2s, we've got L3s, we've got I'll stop there. I think you get the point. We've got a lot of L, so why Solana? Some of you guys are maybe at the Build Express today, hosted by the amazing Solana super team. Shout out those guys. So I'll keep it brief because some of you have probably already been shouted today. But Solana has lightning fast transactions, and Solana can handle thousands of transactions per second. And there's a lot of talented people working constantly on integrations to increase that drastically. But not only is Solana super fast, it's also super cheap. Gas fees are a fraction of a penny, which to me means this is the people's chain. Anybody can use Solana, and anybody could use your product if it's built on Solana. Solana also has a large global community of creatives and builders who are all participating and growing the pie. And there's plenty of resources like your super team events, and there's a founder's villa in Dubai. So that's briefly some of the reasons why we are building on Solana. So to summarize my thoughts on how Geek can revolutionize collectibles, one would be distribution. NFTs as proof of purchase receipts that could be redeemed at a custom checkout experience, and this is creating a more efficient system for suppliers and buyers. Two is authentication. certificates of authenticity that are verifiable tokens on the blockchain. You could redeem these via NFCs and they would transfer from one wallet to another when scanned with a new device. And this is the key, it's tied to a physical item, not the wallet. And lastly, officially licensed traits. Officially licensed traits that you could apply to your NFT, and this could be a genuine way to bring these big brands into Web3 and start a new meta in NFTs. So you can scan the QR code and feel free to follow us and join us on our journey to revolutionize collectibles. We're releasing new products this year that's going to tie together everything we've spoke about and showcase that, and we're really excited about that. I'll be at the after party tonight, so if anybody wants to grab a drink, talk collectibles, Web3, NFTs, let's do it. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you enjoyed.